Ria Yamate is one of those names that does not need to shout to be remembered. She carries a quiet warmth, a subtle presence, a gentle aura that gradually seeps into the mind of anyone who watches her, follows her career, or simply encounters her image even once. With soft features, a youthful voice, and a demeanor that feels both calm and intimate, she is the kind of figure people feel they can understand, even if from afar. Her charm does not rely on loudness or intensity. It grows like light passing through curtains in the morning, naturally, slowly, and impossibly comfortably. When speaking about Ria Yamate, we are not simply describing a public figure, we are describing a feeling, the kind of feeling that people come back to again and again without realizing why. Born in Japan, raised in a culture that values subtlety, quiet determination, and emotional awareness, Ria Yamate embodies many traits admired in modern Japanese entertainers: humility, focus, sincerity, and grace in movement. She rarely gives the impression of someone trying to impress. Instead, she always appears like someone expressing exactly who she is. Nothing exaggerated, nothing reduced. This simplicity is powerful. Viewers notice her natural beauty right away, but what stays afterward is her softness. Her way of speaking is gentle, her smile is not forced, and her eyes carry a very specific calmness, as if she lives inside a world of tranquil thought. Her career, though still young compared to older industry icons, moves steadily with clear identity. She does not rely on shock value, nor does she rely solely on appearance. Instead, she builds her image through expressions, emotional weight, performance discipline, and a constant sense of authenticity. Many who admire her say that watching her is like reading a slow novel, pages turning without rush, moments lingering long enough to be felt. She is the type of performer who invites the viewer to breathe, to slow down, to exist in a gentle rhythm. That quality is becoming rare in a fast-moving entertainment landscape, yet Ria Yamate holds onto it naturally, gracefully, and with subtle confidence. To understand her presence, imagine a scene. A small room, sun diffused through sheer curtains, dust particles floating in still air, and the sound of distant cicadas outside. Ria enters quietly, not to draw attention, but simply to be there. She sits by a window, hair slightly tousled, skin illuminated by pale warm light, and for a moment everything is still. She does not need to speak to fill the moment. Her silence is full enough. Viewers feel like they know her, or at least wish to. That is Ria's power. She makes space feel intimate. She does not rush emotion. She lets it unfold like petals of a soft flower opening across hours instead of seconds. Her appeal is not just physical. It is emotional resonance. She reflects softness in a world that often demands intensity. She reminds people of youth, of calm summer nights, of first love, of moments where nothing happened yet everything mattered. When people speak about her, they rarely describe only her face or figure. They describe how she made them feel. They describe comfort, warmth, ease. They describe a moment of escape, a slowing of time. This emotional quality is not accidental. Ria carries herself with careful attention to detail. Every gesture seems deliberate yet natural. The way she turns her head, the softness in her eyelids, the subtle shift of lips before a smile. Small details, but all meaningful. She communicates through micro-expression. This is why longtime followers say watching her is like observing a gentle breeze move through a quiet garden. You cannot point to one exact reason it feels beautiful. It simply is. Her voice also contributes greatly to her presence. It is light, airy, but steady. When she speaks, even in short interviews, there is patience in her tone, as if she chooses words not to impress, but to understand. She sounds like someone who listens more than she talks. Someone who values emotional connection over performance. Hearing her voice is like sipping warm tea slowly. It soothes more than excites, and that is the beauty. Behind the softness, however, there is discipline. Ria Yamate's career does not grow by accident. Entering entertainment in Japan requires stamina, professionalism, adaptability, and mental resilience. The industry is demanding: scheduling, public attention, performance expectations, physical fatigue, constant evaluation. Yet she moves within it with poise. Work that looks effortless from the outside is built on hours of unseen preparation. Just like a swan gliding gracefully across water, only the surface appears calm. Beneath, legs are constantly moving, pushing, maintaining direction. Ria's growth demonstrates strong work ethic. Each year, she refines her skills, expands her emotional range, and deepens her connection with the audience. She does not rush evolution. She lets it mature naturally, the same way her presence matures in front of the camera. She seems to believe in slow improvement over dramatic leaps, and this long-form growth builds longevity. Fans trust her because she does not change aggressively. She evolves like seasons, noticeable only when one looks back and realizes, softly, that something has grown. Her look is also part of her identity, youthful, pure, luminous. But it is not just youthfulness, it is freshness. Like morning dew on green leaves, like the first breeze of spring. Ria has a face that carries innocence without naivety, beauty without arrogance. Her eyes are particularly expressive, deep but gentle, bright yet calm. They seem to hold stories, quiet and unspoken. Many viewers describe her gaze as comforting, like a safe place to rest after a long day. Beyond visuals, Ria represents an interesting reflection of modern femininity. She is soft but strong, gentle but independent, quiet but impactful. She challenges the idea that power must be loud. Instead, she proves that softness is also power, the power to comfort, to calm, to connect emotionally. In a world where speed dominates, she offers slowness. Where noise overwhelms, she offers breath. Where intensity exhausts, she offers peace. This contrast is compelling. People who admire her often develop a long-term connection rather than momentary fascination. She is not merely eye-catching. She is heart-staying. When viewers talk about her years later, they remember how she made them feel more than what she looked like. This is the mark of a true, lasting figure. Emotion over appearance, memory over moment. Consider again the quiet room scene. But now, instead of morning, imagine late evening. Soft yellow lamp, gentle shadows across the floor, quiet rain outside the window. Ria sits again, this time writing, or reading, or simply thinking. Her presence turns the room into a memory. People watching feel like they are there, in the same space, breathing the same slow rhythm. This is what her performances often evoke, unseen intimacy. She makes everyday moments cinematic without being dramatic. She transforms simplicity into emotion. Her growth continues steadily in the entertainment world. Fans anticipate each new stage of her career, not because they expect shock or drastic reinvention, but because they are excited to watch her evolve through time. Like watching a tree grow season after season, like noticing new blossoms each spring, like following a quiet river through different landscapes. She offers continuity. She becomes part of people's emotional routine. In interviews, she speaks with humility. She acknowledges effort, expresses gratitude, and avoids self-centered language. She seems genuinely aware of the people who support her. And this sincerity builds connection beyond screen. Many entertainers develop distance as fame grows, but Ria maintains relatability. She feels like someone you could talk to softly under dim light, someone who would listen, someone who remains kind even in success. That emotional accessibility is precious. Her image also blends youth with maturity. Though fresh-faced, she carries awareness. She is not naive, she is thoughtful. She approaches her career like one tends to a garden, patient, careful, steady. She tends to her growth with water and light, not rush and pressure. And because of that, her career blooms gently but fully. Fans describe her as soothing. That word repeats often. Soothing eyes, soothing presence, soothing aura. It is almost therapeutic. Some say watching her after a stressful day feels like lying in a warm room with rain tapping against windows, slowing heartbeat, softening breath, calming tension. She represents comfort. In modern entertainment, comfort is rare. Many performers rely on excitement, shock, intensity. But Ria Yamate offers the opposite. She offers ease. She invites viewers into a softer emotional world, one where time slows and awareness deepens. It is not loud beauty. It is quiet beauty. Beauty that whispers instead of shouts. Beauty you return to. Her legacy, even early in her career, is shaping into something meaningful. She is not just an entertainer. She is an emotional atmosphere. A soft candle flickering. A gentle morning breeze. a memory of first tenderness. Even if her career changes direction years from now, the feeling she leaves people with will not fade easily. That feeling becomes part of them. One day, someone might describe her like this: "She was the moment in life that reminded me to slow down." And perhaps that is the greatest role she plays, bringing stillness back into a rushing world. Ria Yamate does not shine like lightning. She glows like dusk, warm, slow, unforgettable.